Welcome to Peace Place. Birthed from the heart of a Black woman's experience, still BWWP, baby. Bold, inclusive, and healing. What began as one woman's voice to her SistaNistas has grown into a gathering space where everyone is welcomed, seen, and included. Here, we honor the roots while widening the circle. I'm your favorite podcast host, TracyMac. Let's journey in peace together. Well, hey, y'all. It's TracyMac. Listen. There are times in our lives, well, let me not include you, times in my life where I have had situations and circumstances that have had to teach me the difference between quitting and letting go. It's a real thin line. It's thinner than the line they say between love and hate. It is a real thin line. And I don't think love and hate's line is that thin. I really don't think that line is thin at all. I think that was just a song. But anyway, the thin line between quitting and letting go. And what I have found is, to me, quitting is when you feel forced to do something you don't want to necessarily do, but you've run out of options. Letting go is when all the options are on the table and you just don't want to do that thing or them anymore, and you let go, maybe even of a dream. I shared with most people publicly about a year ago. I enrolled in seminary. It was a dream I had from being a child, and even being told back then that women couldn't pastor, couldn't preach or whatever. And I've never been a preacher but a teacher, and because I wanted my foundation to be based on theology. Back then I was told women couldn't go to seminary. Now, of course, I'm young, and I was told that in a silo, and I didn't think to branch out. So it was a dream of mine. I'd gone to Bible college, but Bible college can sometimes pigeonhole you into that particular way of thinking or denomination. But seminary is supposed to give you a world perspective about theology, which is about God. So I researched several different seminaries, and in my research, Palmer Seminary, School of Theology, attracted me because their tagline alone, the whole gospel, the whole world, the whole person. And that touched me. And I knew that that was the place for me to be. Well, when I do something and I enrolled, I do stuff 100%. I mean, when I dedicate myself to do something, I am in hook, line, and sinker. And so in Palmer, doing exactly what seminaries are supposed to do, exploring different perspectives about God as it pertains to Christianity. And as I said in my seminary classes, my professor is extremely brilliant man, and my cohort, people from all around the world, different nationalities, in different locations. I just knew I was in a great place to explore. And as I began to live this dream and do well, it was hard because I was hard on myself, getting my papers done, staying up all times of night, researching, going beyond, above and beyond, because there were things I wanted to know that we didn't necessarily have to discover, but I wanted to know for me. But as I'm in this place, in this space of deconstructing a lot of religious beliefs, decolonizing a lot of evangelical and things Christian related, it became a fight and a war for me. Not only was my time limited, my health was a big issue. It's really hard to study and read PDFs and hundreds of pages and books and even Bible references and the proper translations of the Greek and the Hebrew and the Aramaic. It's hard to do that when your head is hurting, when your body is aching and you're in a lot of pain, and still have to produce a paper. Then there were things in the Christian faith as pertains to Western Christianity that I just no longer adhere to. I love Jesus, and I love what Jesus came to represent, dying for our sins, and more than dying, but living again and being resurrected. I love that. And I don't piecemeal the Bible. But I've come to a place now that in my decolonization and deconstructing, that there's some things I've got to sit with that my head can't handle with seminary right now. My body really can't handle some things, and I'm having to take some things off my plate. So I'm the type of person, I don't just come with a testimony of this is what happened and bingo, now I'm here. Some people show you I was poor, and then they'll show you them rolling in a Rolls Royce, or I was sick, and then they'll show you running in a marathon. Well, I'm the in-between person. I can tell you I was sick or broke or wanting to go back to school for this particular thing, and then all of a sudden you see me at graduation. There's a lot of Mr. In-between that people leave out. But I'm the type that likes to share that because some people are watching, and you never know who is encouraged by your story. So sometimes what that dream was to me as a child, I've had to drop my classes this semester, and it is my intention to return back to class in seminary. And I've spoken at length with my professor about this, and he's very compassionate and understanding. I don't like the fact that in most seminaries, and he has welcomed me to bring Black womenist authors to his attention and to the class attention. But even with that, I'm like, why do I have to do that heavy lifting? Because we're not represented, we're not heard, we're not seen. And even those of us that have a broader perspective about God, a friend of mine once said, why do we tongue-tie God to a book while the devil is free to roam? Why is it just the Bible? Why do we leave out bits and pieces? Why were bits and pieces left out? Why do we take a historical context out of context? What Paul was saying to the church of Corinthians, he wasn't saying to the Thessalonians. And what he was saying to them may not always be for us. Even though I believe the Bible is a book, or several books, written by several different men who were inspired by God, it was not dictated by God. And God did not stop speaking. So when I have all these questions and delving into seminary, and people say, don't quit, because I said, I didn't know if I could carry on. And the encouragement that I got, oh, you can do it, you can do it. You don't know what it was taking for me to do it. And yeah, I finished my first year with a 4.0. And I know you don't have to go that hard. But just some things in me don't allow me to settle. I could have done some mediocre work and still passed, and probably still could. But it's not seminary, it's me. And what I realized the difference between quitting and letting go is, for right now, I've had to let it go. Because what was once a dream was starting to become a nightmare. And it had nothing to do with the seminary. It is still one I would highly recommend. It had to do with where I am. And that too is a lesson I learned. Sometimes we blame people for other things, and they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. And the whole time it's us. In this case, it's me, oh Lord. And yeah, I too stand in the need of prayer. And but I'm grateful, and I love y'all for real. Much love and peace. Thank you for spending time with me at Peace Place. This is an inclusive space where we honor the wisdom of Black women while welcoming every heart ready to heal and flourish. To my SistaNistas and to all of you who are part of this circle, you belong here. Until next time, rest is resistance, joy is resistance, and peace is your birthright. Stay rooted, stay included. I'm grateful, and I love y'all for real. Much love and peace.